Well, we're back again, y'all. Back again.
Hi, everyone.
Another time. Let them know who's in the house. The Eagles.
Santiago again with her craziness.
Mr. Straw Band Director.
And today we have special people here. We have Invite. We have the teacher of the year, Miss Bird.
We're having a really good time tonight.
And we have Miss Scott.
Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. New Eagles, baby. Fly like an eagle to the tree. Well, y'all, we're back with the Neal Middle School Protect the Nest podcast, episode 3. I'm one of the hosts today. My name is Joe Biggs, assistant principal of 8th grade at Neal Middle School. Mr. Taiwan Austin couldn't be with us tonight. Asked me to fill in for him. I'm not as attractive and as handsome as he is, but I guess I will do. Tonight we got a dynamite show. It's going to be incredible. It's not going to be as long as our other shows, but we're going to get some good information to you about some things that are happening in Neal, some local news, some national news. Definitely going to talk about Black History Month and the Black History Month program. We have some special guests with us tonight that help put that together. And we're just going to have a good time. Soon you will be seeing the faces of some young people. You will be seeing the faces of some students. They're in training right now, so we're keeping them busy, and they will be appearing soon. All right. So just to get into everything, again, my name is Joe Biggs. I'm the assistant principal at Neal Middle School. I'm part of the dynamic administrative staff over there. I think we do a good job. I want to give a huge shout out to all of our teachers and all of our staff. We have a wonderful staff, and everybody's been holding it down since we've been doing things virtually. I'm going to give you all some Black history facts, talk about some Black inventors that have impacted our everyday life. Whether you know that these things were created by Black people or not, you will know now. So we're going to start out with Mr. Gerald Addison Lawson, known as Jerry. If you play video games, he is the man for the job. He helped create the video game console and the video game cartridges. If you have a home with a home security system, you can thank Marie Van Britton Brown. She invented the first home security system. And it even had the technology of some of the things that you see now, where it had video and things of that sort. That was a Black woman that did that. All right. If you love playing in the summertime with the water guns and wetting each other up, you talk about the Super Soaker that was created by Lonnie G. Johnson. Lonnie G. Johnson. If you ever do TikTok, and you do all of these different social media sites, and you get a GIF, some people say GIF, some people say GIF, that was created by Miss Lisa Kilopich. She helped with the shockwave technology that makes that possible. If you use an ironing board, get your clothes straight, that was Miss Sarah Boone. If you ever stop while you're driving, you stop, go, or slow down, because you know that's what yellow means, but most of us will plow right through. That's Sarah Boone. That's Garrett Morgan. If you talk about you ride up and down the building, you lived in an apartment building that had elevators, the automatic elevator door, that's Mr. Alexander Miles. If you eat potato chips, that's Mr. George Crumb. I think we all eat potato chips or have it. If you've had to have laser surgery on your eyes to remove cataracts, That's Miss Patricia Bath. If you have ever used a touch tone phone, portable fax, talk about fiber optic, any type of telecom research, that's Miss Shirley Jackson. And if you've ever been in a car and had to use the global positioning system, that's a GPS, find out where you're going. That's Miss Gladys Mae West. All of these are black inventors that have impacted our everyday lives. Let's give it up for Black History Month and our black inventors. Tonight we have with us one of our dynamic sixth grade teachers that teaches social studies. She's also our teacher of the year at Neal Middle School, Miss Valentina Bird.
Miss
And we
Bird,
also have with us the newcomer, the very dynamic and very special Miss Tiffany Scott. She is the admin or administrator for sixth grade, and she's been an incredible addition to our team. And I thank her for choosing us and coming to be a part of our family. These two women have put together a Black History program for us this year that's virtual. If you know Neal Middle School, we've been having a Black History program for about the past, 4 years? This will be year number 4. And it's always been very, very, very incredible. Droves of people coming out, not just our families and students, but other people from the community and throughout the city. And so Miss Bird stepped up to take the reins this year, and we're going to discuss some things with them. Mr. Sherrod, if you don't mind.
Oh, definitely. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Big. Shout out to Dr. Fugue and all the staff watching us this evening. Definitely got a question for you, Ms. Bird. Excuse me, Teacher of the Year. Ms. Bird, definitely want to give you props. What was your inspiration behind the Black History program?
Well, first of all, I must say that a strong desire to undertake something for me is a divine inspiration. So that was one of the reasons. I mean, that's just me. Secondly, I am a member of the parent resource, parent engagement team, actually. And you know that Neal has a parent resource center. We couldn't be active because of COVID. So, right now we are doing the best that we can do. Most of it is remote. But the subcommittee that I'm on is workshops, classes, and events. And so we were planning. Well, I suggested, why not have a lighthearted night of entertainment done by teachers and students, because we know that parents and students are going through a rather difficult time, stuck at home, trying to navigate remote learning. So, but of course we had to run that by admin. So Miss Benetton, who is the chair of that section, she contacted Dr. Fuga, and of course admin approved it. But Dr. Fuga also suggested that, well, I wanted it to be sometime in mid-January, mid to end of January. And Dr. Fuga suggested, well, since it's so close to Black History Month, why not just combine everything and have, like one Black History Title I night program. And so that's how this idea was born. So I'm also a member of the school improvement team. And one of our 5 to Rise goals is parent community engagement. So, like it just fit right in, it overlapped. And so, we jumped into things. I spoke to an administrator to get some perspective. And I know that Miss Scott is responsible for the Title I nights. And so I contacted Miss Scott and, we talked about it. And we went from from there. And I must say that, Miss Scott is just one of the most amazing persons when it comes to technology. The way she puts stuff together. So, and of course, with our amazing Black History Committee, we got this thing going. And I must say that I saw a kind of a dry run of parts of it. I must say it is really, really amazing, something that I believe everybody should see. And I know that it is going to be something unforgettable.
Thank you so much. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And speaking of, you just mentioned Ms. Scott, I want to throw to Ms. Scott, and I wanted to ask you, planning a Black History program in itself is a lot. Doing it virtually is a whole nother ball game. So for our listeners, and exactly when can they see the Black History program, and what are some things that we can look forward to from seeing?
So you're absolutely correct in that, everything virtual this year has been, quite an unprecedented challenge. But I think that the committee has done a great job of, getting feedback from the students, getting feedback from teachers. We have so many talented teachers that, number one, I've never met in person, but they're just awesome virtually. Singers, artists. We have someone who performs professionally on our staff. So it's really awesome to see, those talents kind of be put to good use to create a production virtually that I think is going to be equally as engaging and entertaining right through your screen. So we have, students that have created pieces describing their vision for themselves for the future, which within itself is awesome because our students are the future. And so having an opportunity in some classes to talk about what their vision is for themselves, how they want to impact, the world and their communities as they begin to grow into young adults, is a great thing for them to think through. And then, seeing is believing. So creating a vision board, putting some images on, paper or on a Google slide, we're going to show some of those awesome creations that they have. Obviously, with Black History Month, we know that it's important. Well, first, let's talk about our theme. Our theme is, in order to know where you're going, you have to first know where you've been. So we're going to just highlight the past, take a brief moment to address where we are right now in the present, and then talk about, what we have as far as the future is concerned. So we challenge students, or the teachers challenge students, to kind of research their own history and their background and their family. And so we had some students create some nice vision boards, having conversations with their families about, grandparents, great grandparents, and thinking about the legacy of, family members that they have right here in their backyard in Durham. So all in all, we have music, we have dancing. Miss King, who's doing a phenomenal job with the dance club and her electives, she was able to put together something, and it's all done virtually. So these students are not together, physically, but it all came together to look pretty amazing. At the end of the day, I think you guys are going to be pleased. I hope you're going to be pleased. I think it's going to be awesome. So we look forward to having you guys tomorrow online, Zoom. The link will be on Neil's website. That will be unveiled tomorrow. So we just hope to have as many people log on as possible.
Awesome. I'm pumped. I'm ready to get into it now.
I'm really excited. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a great thing. And I'm glad that you all decided to take the ball and run with it and create something. I know it's always difficult not having hands-on in the building, touching people and putting it together. You had to do this through computers and being virtual and emails and phone calls and text messages. That's a hurdle, but you all have overcome that hurdle and put something that sounds very, very entertaining together for us. And I'm looking forward to it. I hope everybody else in the city, all of our parents and students are looking forward to it, as well as our staff. Before we stop talking about Black history again, I told you we got started about 3-4 years ago. And it would be remiss of me not to mention the ladies who took the ball at that time and put our stuff together and really continued it going over the years until this year. Some of these are former teachers with us, and some are currently still there. Their involvement was very instrumental in us having a success when it came to our Black History Month program. So Miss Brianna Kennedy, Miss Sharia Rivens, Miss Michelle Chavis, Miss Toria Silver, Miss Shabray Phillips, Miss Amber Young, and Miss Sabria Jacobs. They've all had their hand involved in this, and it's been an
Yes.
incredible thing.
Yes. Can I say one more thing?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
So another reason why I jumped into this was because, I thought about the demographics of our school also. And, looking at the recent social and political upheaval, I thought it was a good idea to revisit the past, look to the future, but from the perspective that we can't lose what those who came before us have fought for and also died for. And so we need to ask ourselves as a community, what are we going to do now about this? And, collectively work together to engender a better future for ourselves and our children. So that was another reason why I wanted to, I agreed to do this.
We thank you, Miss Bird. We thank you a lot. And again, I look forward to this being very exciting. Hopefully, you all will just stay around with us. You're free. If you don't want to hang out with us the rest of the time, we got a little bit more of the show to go. So we're going to get into some of our news right now, local, school, and national news with Miss Santiago.
Hi, it's a creativity. I've been in Black History Month, the celebrations last year, and it was amazing. Everything was just so good. And I know this one is going to be amazing. Our kids are super creative. Our teacher, the staff. Thank you, Miss Bird and Miss Scott and all the whole team. It's going to be great. I am very excited. We need stuff like this. We need to celebrate. We need to have fun. It's important. And talking about that, I'm gonna start with something not so fun, but actually turned out not that bad. I mean, yes and no. So let's start with celebrity news. The celebrity news that's going all over the place right now is Tiger Woods and his accident. Why I said that it turned out good, because he's good in the hospital. He's okay. He's responding. They said that he's awake and responding. So that means he's pretty good. He was not drunk. Everything was fine. It was just a pure and sad accident. Now his 2021 Genesis SUV, yeah, that's not good. That did not make it at all. That's a sad story. Another news, because it's expensive. Another news that we have is we have NASA recently released. You guys know that NASA sent a rover recently.
Yes.
Well, he actually came back and he actually recorded and managed to send videos of his landing and how Mars looks, from afar and from in front. And if anyone's interested, just go to YouTube. It is right now in YouTube and NASA's YouTube, and it's amazing. It's very interesting to see, worlds outside of what we think is our world. It's crazy, I find it cool. And lastly, when it comes to more local news, well, not so local, but yes, sorry. So in Brooklyn, New York, New York, there is a house that was going to be demolished, and a lot of people protested or fought for it to not be demolished. And why was that? Because that house was one of the most active roads in the Underground Railroad. And if you guys know about it, and if people don't know, that is one of the most important, railroads and secret ways where it was used by abolitionists.
Abolitionists, yes, correct.
Abolitionists, yay! So abolitionists to, you know, free the slaves, and it was going to be demolished, and by demolishing it, you were going to demolish history, you know. So it did not, and now it's actually considered a historical landmark, and people are going to use it for art and going to use it for a lot of things. And I think I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
right.
It's very
And
cool.
yeah, we have one more news. This news is a little bit more serious. It's not as, you know, I can't make a lot of jokes about it, but we can be very positive with it. And that is that this is our Neil news of the day, and that is that schools are opening. We're coming
Yes.
back to school. We're coming back to school. Students are coming back. Teachers are coming back, which is great because I don't know about you guys. I miss Neil. I love Neil. I love the school. I love everything. Now, one thing that I want to say, and I'm pretty sure that all of us agree on, is that we need to be careful. School is going to open, but school's not going to be the school that we thought, because we need to be careful, not only for our safety, but for the safety of everyone. Mask, we need to use mask at all the time. We need to keep distance, washing hands. We need to be very, very careful. This is a very serious matter. You know, it's COVID is still out there, and we want the school to be the best for everyone. We want to help everyone, but we can't help you if you don't help yourself. So that is the Neil news, the popular news, all types of news wrapped up.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you.
Santiago. We
You're welcome.
appreciate it. As I told you all at the beginning, the show is going to be kind of brief this week. We do want to stress to you all, please, please, please tune in and join us for the Black History Program. You can go and find the link on our school's website. Just go to the website and you'll see it there. Also, please have your friends, students, get your friends, even if they're other schools, your family members, staff members, please. We all want you to do this, and we want you to get your friends and family involved and get everybody to subscribe to this channel so that they can watch us every other week. So we come on 2 times a month, just to give you all some news and insight on what's happening at Neal Middle School, how things are going for us. If you don't mind, please, please, please submit your preference forms on whether you want your child to come back or if you want your child to stay virtual. Please do that. And parents, if you're listening, and students, if you're listening, please have your parents participate in our parent portal. I know you're coming back, but we still want your parents to have access to your grades. We want you to be the best students that you can possibly be. And that is part of letting your parents know what is going on with you academically so that they can come and advocate for you, speak to teachers, speak on your behalf, see what it is that you might need assistance with, help with from your teachers. So parents and students, please take that very seriously. My daughter's a DPS student, and I do have my parent portal access so that I can check in and make sure everything is going well.
This is not a Neil thing either. This all everything that we're talking about right now when it comes to like schools opening back, parent portal, this is a DPS thing. We all
Yeah,
need to work together.
yeah, the entire school system.
Hey, Mr.
So,
Biz, can you,
yes, sir.
can you speak to the importance of the preference form? Because I know sometimes staff, students, parents, we see a form and we may not fill it out because we may not know the importance of it. But can you speak to what those numbers contribute to and what happens if they don't fill that form out?
Well, I can't get too in depth, but
Of course.
if you have your child coming back to school, those numbers are important to us because we need to make sure that we have everything in place for safety. For those of you who don't know, some parents don't know. I don't know. I think all teachers and educators know. The first priority of school is not necessarily educate your child. The first priority is to make sure your child is safe, make sure the staff members are safe, and that everybody goes back home the way they came to that school. Secondary is us education and the academics. So we're going to do a lot of social distancing. We have to make sure that that's in place, and the numbers that you give to us help the planning of how the school is going to operate when the students come back into the school. So, if we got only 2 students, we can operate a certain way. If we got 700 students, then we have to make some changes and operate another way. So parents, please take that very seriously. Go back into your emails, listen to your robocalls that you get from the principals in the school system, and please always adhere to those and pay attention so that you know what's going on within the school. We've created this outlet for Neal Middle School. This is another way to get information out to you. We hope you participate in this. But yeah, definitely get those numbers in so that we can make sure that your child and other people's children, as well as our staff members, because their mothers, brothers, fathers, sisters are safe. We want everybody to be safe, okay? Parents, please take it upon yourself. We will have supplies for your kids, but it won't hurt if your child has their own hand sanitizer, their own mask, and things of that sort. So school is going to look a little different. We're going to educate these kids because that's what we chose to do. We took a pledge to do this when we got into this profession, but we also took a pledge to make sure that the students and our staff are safe. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, I guess we have a pretty wonderful night tonight. We're going to keep doing this podcast. We're going to keep coming at you. And we hope that you continue to hang out with us because love is a battlefield.
Today's the last days for those phone parents. Make sure you get it filled out.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Stay safe.
Have a good evening.
Tune into the Black History program tomorrow.
See you.
Yes. Log in. Let's watch it out.
Thank you again, Ms. Bird. Thank you, Ms. Scott. Appreciate y'all.
Bye.
Neal or nothing. Neal or nothing. We are Neal Miller. For a peak. Equal pride.
We have to protect the nest.
Protect the nest. Definitely.